Hello, everyone. This is Martin, and first of all, I want to wish everyone a very, very happy Thanksgiving weekend. So that's pretty good for some of those people who are going to have Monday off as well. And we're looking to all the trading activities, opportunities coming up for the week of October the 12th to the 16th. Now, of course, the Forex markets are open on starting this Sunday and Monday. Okay, so just want you to be aware of that. And we're going to start right away by looking at the Euro USD daily. Now, the interesting thing was last week, remember, the theme was when will the major currency pairs break out of their triangle consolidation patterns? Well, the answer is last week. And many of the major pairs did break out in a very big fashion. So we're going to take a look at that, see what happened, and see what's coming up for this week. Okay, so again, starting here with the Euro USD daily, you can see. Now, last week, I said that price was in a triangle consolidation. And starting with this red line here, you can see the red vertical line. That was the start of last week's trading week. And price was still contained within the upper and lower trend lines, so within the triangle area. I said that we should be waiting for a breakout either to the upside or the downside, and yes, price did break to the upside, so it broke the upper trend line. You can see that here with magenta, and price is now on its way toward the next major resistance area that I've drawn in the gray rectangle. Now also look to your left here. You can see this is a major reversal area. What that means, price, if it gets beyond this area right here, it's going to continue going higher. Okay, and so that's something that we can look at. In the past, price was in a downtrend. Basically, and then now we're looking for price to continue its uptrend move. And then, of course, if it gets beyond this resistance here, breaks through resistance, the buyers or the bulls will take it up and retest the previous high here of the 1600 area. Okay, so this week where price is in an uptrend. Okay. And we're looking for a pullback, a bit of a pullback if you can, for the best buy entry. You can see that right here. When I say pullback, I mean just a wee bit, maybe to about this area. And if not, then you can take a buy trade. I'm pretty confident price is going to go higher because this last candle here was a warrior candle. It's a very strong momentum candle to the upside. I mean, with the weekend, there's always a wee bit of a pullback. So if you want to take a buy limit order just above the 1300 area, you can certainly do that. If price comes back down to that area, then hopefully you'll catch the trade and take it on its ride all the way up again. Okay, so MACD has gone above zero. You can see that right here. Now, with the next pair, the British Pound USD daily. Last week, if you can recall, I mentioned that we were in a downtrend, actually a very, very wicked downtrend, okay? However, with the start of last week's starting of the week right here at this vertical line, price rebounded and bounced off this major swing low here. You can see that right here, and I've outlined it in the gray rectangle. And when price went down and price bounced up pretty good right off here. We call this a double low. So here's the first low, the second low, or double bottom, I should say, and price went up pretty high. And I guess what I'm saying is it was last week I said that it was great idea for a short counter trend trade. If you would have done that with this bounce right here, and basically when you're looking for a bounce, you're looking for one bullish evidence to the upside. This was a huge bullish, you can see that right there, huge bullish engulfing candle, also closed above the 8 EMA. And if you would have taken a trade at the open of the next candle, you would have made some really, really good pips. So, and I mentioned last week that it would go to at least a 21 EMA. It actually went beyond that. So now, the next thing that we want to do for this week, price is in a weak uptrend, okay? Because price had been in a major downtrend. We are now in a weak uptrend, okay? The MACD you can see here is still below zero. However, the downtrend has weakened here with the MACD, and we're on its way for the histo bars to close above the zero level. You can see that right here. So we want to take a buy limit trade above the 21 AMA. In other words, price, because on Friday it closed really down, we want a price most likely will come down a wee bit more to test the 21 EMA. That's this line right here. May come down even a little bit beyond that. But basically, take a buy limit trade order above the 21 EMA, or buy on a breakout, and I've got it lined up right here with this red magenta horizontal line. Buy on a breakout above the 153.55 area, and that'll move at least all the way up to the 50, if not higher. If the candle closes above the 50 SMA right here, if it closes above there, it then will go much higher to retest this previous trend line I've drawn right here with the magenta. You can see that right here. So there's room for quite a number of pips. Let's take a look for at least 100 pips or so. Okay, next we've got the Australian USD. This was one of the strongest pairs last week. Fundamental news came out, was pretty good, favoring the Australian dollar. Not necessarily indicating huge weakness in the US, but it did propel the Australian dollar to go much higher really fast with huge momentum candles. Okay, there's one right there, another one right there. And it ended up with a warrior candle. The close was near the top of its range, of its daily range. I expect this price to go a little bit higher. You can see though here I put in on the charts the 100 SMA with this dashed line. You can see that right there. So price should go up a little bit higher and most likely go up to the previous swing high right here, and I've drawn that with the red magenta line. Now notice last week price did actually close beyond the previous swing high, and this is a major reversal area. And by that I mean, and that was 7,300. By that I mean price had been in a long downtrend for a long time. It made then a higher high, then higher high, higher low, and now it's making a higher high over the previous high. And once price closes above this area and making a higher high, we basically say that price is now ready to reverse, and it may go up quite a bit higher, eventually up to this area, 7,600. I don't know when, but there's a good possibility price will go up quite a bit higher, and we're looking at about 300 pips in total. Okay, so last week we were in a pullback right here. You can see that. I said we were in a downtrend, but we were in a pullback phase. If you would have gotten in, especially if price, see this candle right here, once price closed above the 50 SMA, enter at the next, and you would have made some really, really, really good pips there. So and the last thing I mentioned was that watch for the 50 SMA as resistance right here. Price did not hold. The bulls carried it right above the 50 SMA and then continued it to go much higher. So if price does not bounce off the 50 SMA, then of course price then will continue much higher. So that would give you the confidence, or should be able to give you the confidence to take a buy trade to the upside. Also, you can see the MACD closed above the zero. This week, we're now in an uptrend. However, it could retrace back a bit. So price could retrace back a bit, and I would say a good idea would be to place a buy limit order above the 72.80 area, or you can even place a buy limit order above the 73.10 area. I do expect price to come down a bit, and hopefully we're right, and then you can catch it with a much better price, and then catch the wave as it continues going a little bit higher. Okay. Now we're in the New Zealand USD daily. Same thing. The New Zealand, along with the Australian, just gained a lot of strength last week. And last week I mentioned that price was at a major confluence area with the 50 SMA, the round number 6,500. Price just went right through that. And I mentioned last week, watch out for the breakout. It certainly did. There was no bounce off the 50. Price just went up higher. So getting in anywhere there would have made some really good pips. And notice that with this candle, we've even closed above the 100 SMA. I've put that with the dashed line here. So I expect price right here for this week, we're in an uptrend. Wait for a small pullback. Buy above the 65.50. So I expect price to come back down quite a ways, or buy the breakout above the 67.20 area. So MACD is above 0. So those are two things that you can do. Okay. USCAD, moving right along with the USCAD, down, 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 and USCAD has come. The US currency has come down quite a bit against the Canadian dollar. Last week, I said that we were in a weak uptrend. We were in a weak uptrend, and the weakness certainly showed or came through, and we were in a pullback phase, so that was correct. Price is still in the pullback phase, and however, it has gone below the previous swing low here. This is the reversal area. You can see that. And because we've closed below that, we are now in a downtrend. Okay, we're in a downtrend. However, we are near support, the 50 SMA. So just wait for a pullback. I would wait for a pullback, then take another sell trade. An idea could be sell limit below the 1,3,000 area. So I'll wait for price to come back and then take a sell trade there, or sell the breakout. And this is the other idea, but this is important. Sell the breakout below the 128.80. So below this area right there. Okay. And now we are with the US Swiss franc. You can see that last week we were in a major price consolidation between the upper and the lower trend lines, and I said that I was waiting for a breakout either to the upside to the downside. It certainly broke out below this trend line to the downside, and now it's going to be testing this previous low right here. Do you see that to your left on the chart? This is again a major reversal area. So we were in an uptrend, a weak uptrend, and now the downside is gaining strength. The sellers are coming in en masse, and they're going to be testing the previous swing low. If price closes below the 95.30 area, then price will continue to go down lower and ultimately test the swing low right here. So this week the downtrend is gaining strength. Okay, you can see that the MACD is almost near 0. Okay, so downtrend gaining strength. Take sell trades at a small pullback. Again, waiting for a little bit of a pullback, or price may come down a little bit lower and then pull back. Then you could possibly take a sell trade to the downside. Or if price comes back down a little bit lower, and if you see a bullish reversal candle, like a white candle, price may then come back up a little bit higher again. So it might be room for a small counter trend trade. Okay, and finally, we've got the US Japanese daily. Last week we were in a weak downtrend. Again, here's the start of last week right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles. Just a second. Okay, here's the start of last week. Okay, the last week, US Japanese daily. Oh, okay. We were contained within a triangle, and this week we're still the same. Just wait for a breakout to the upside or to